sorry, but I loathe my generation. Y'all are so goddamn irritating that it makes me want to separate myself from all of you entirely. Because Gen Z has fallen down the rabbit hole of gambling. They're choosing to go onto Polymarket and open a bet where you can put money on nuclear weapons being detonated by either March 31st, June 30th, or before 2027 begins. And there's an $831,000 pool on the line with these bets. Guys, you have become degenerates. You want to be a gambler? Fine. You're allowed to do that. If you're over the age of 21 and you want to go to the casino to blow your paycheck on blackjack or the slot machines, it's not a smart idea to do, but you're a grown-ass adult who can make your own decisions with the money that you make. However, there's a line that needs to be drawn. If you're getting to the point where you're actively betting on when or if a nuclear weapon is going to be detonated because of the very real tensions that are currently going on in the world right now, that is just a whole new level of degeneracy that I've never ever seen before, and I didn't think that we could reach. And the fact that this was trending disgusts me even more, because if a nuclear weapon were to be detonated, getting a payout from that bet that you made would be at the absolute least of your concerns. It would be on the bottom of your list. It wouldn't even make the top 100. So what is the point? I mean, someone uploaded a screenshot of what comes up when you search the word Iran on Polymarket, and there are over 200 markets open for people to put their money on. When will there be a ceasefire? Who the next supreme leader will be? When the US force is deployed? And even something as evil as which countries will be struck by the end of the goddamn month. Some people are just absolutely disgusting, and there is no fixing them. There are millions upon millions of dollars on the line in these markets, and it sickens me to my very core. When humans were living through both world wars, they were terrified, okay? There wasn't anyone back then carelessly going around with their money trying to bet on the devastating outcomes of this violence and this bloodshed to try and get rich off of the potential death and the potential tragedy. They were scared of losing their lives, or their loved ones' lives, or their homes. And there are people in this world right now who are currently living through these fears as we speak. But just because you're comfortable in your home in the United States or in Canada or in Australia, just because this isn't directly happening to you, it's completely fine to you to try and predict what's going to happen as if this is some weekly television show on Netflix so that you can make your money. Get a job and work hard for your wealth, you piece of shit. And moving on from the majority of Gen Z men who are gambling on the war, on the other side of the same degenerate coin, the girls of Gen Z are getting onto TikTok to upload stupid videos that say, "Hey girlies, here's some World War III outfit inspo." And y'all wonder why I don't want to be associated with y'all. And y'all may think that it's just an absolute bowl to take absolutely nothing in life seriously ever. But to everyone else in the world who doesn't have the mindset of a 14-year-old wannabe edgelord, this is just irritating. Because on Pinterest, you got Gen Z girls making entire boards dedicated to the fits they want to wear in World War III, as if it's some fashion show and not a catastrophic event that would ruin millions of people's lives globally. And they think they'll just be wearing tube tops and cute belts, slick back buns and pretty earrings and nice boots with spiked bracelets. Gen Z, most of us, if not all of us, have older relatives like our grandparents who either fought in the war because they got drafted or they were stuck at home worrying themselves sick because they didn't know whether or not their family was going to return from deployment alive and in one piece. So please, I beg of you, go ask them right now if they cared about looking good for the war. I absolutely dare you. Go ask if they cared about prettying themselves up and see what response you get. Because I can guarantee you, it's gonna be a no. They either cared about staying alive and fighting for their lives every single day, or they were praying their relatives were going to be safe and make it back home alive. Okay? And these videos, like another one that says, "Here's some World War III outfit inspo for my galleys," they are getting hundreds of likes on Pinterest. And they include curl lip gloss and body sprays and headphones and form-fitting bodysuits to accentuate their waists. Girls, if you were drafted to war, you wouldn't be trying to look like a snatched Instagram baddie. You would be fearing for your life, and you would be begging on your hands and your knees to stay home. So please shut the hell up and read the goddamn room. You shouldn't be romanticizing about looking good for the war. You should be hoping that it doesn't happen, you idiots. Then, in this tweet that went viral on Twitter, someone uploaded a bunch of screenshots they were reading under posts about the possibility of a World War III, and they expressed their absolute disgust over how tone deaf they all were. Because meanwhile, over in the affected countries, the devastation is unimaginable to these people. I just think humor is how people are coping with this. You live in America! Nothing has happened to you, and nothing is currently happening to you. You have nothing to joke about, actually, because this isn't something that you have to wake up to. You can go to sleep peacefully at night. You are safe. What do you have to cope about? Because nothing about this situation is humorous to the people that it's currently affecting. Do you know that? And it wouldn't be to you either if you were in that position as well. Can I at least get my first kiss before the war? They say with an unserious gift sticker trying to be funny. Who the cares about your first kiss? Get a goddamn grip! There are kids that are no longer with us now. And that is what you're thinking about? Oh my god. We are so cooked that we're burnt. We have to be thrown away. Y'all embarrass us as an entire generation. Stop thinking of yourself for just 1 second. I beg of you. Because can you imagine? There are threats of war and you're thinking about kissing? Our priorities. Where are they, guys? Where are they? Guys, let's not be so negative and just use humor to get us through this situation. Let's not be so negative about war. Holy shit. I don't know if you guys are just so far removed from reality that you are just beyond ignorant at this point, or if you're just genuinely delusional. Because what do you think war is? Just some happy, fun, joyous get-together? Yeah, of course people are gonna be negative about war, because war is negative, dipshit. And it makes it that much more dystopian when under this exact comment section of people joking around and not taking the situation seriously, you heard people in that same comment section saying that they literally live in Lebanon and that their parents lost their lives today because of the situation. But here you have a bunch of Stacys and Ellies who are saying they need to use humor to cope. Oh my god, some of you guys are so disturbingly out of touch. It makes me believe that you guys need to have all of your technology and social media taken away from you permanently so that you can come back down to earth and live in the real world and not the fantasy la la land that you all seem to live in online. And in a video that's somehow even more dystopian, this quote person uploaded a montage of herself dancing to different trends on TikTok while saying, this is totally my mood because I'm about to experience my first world war, guys. Y'all just think life is just one big silly game, huh? A potential war isn't something that you dance around for and say, lol mood about. It's something that you read about and hope to God that it doesn't escalate any further. Have you ever taken a history class? Obviously not. I don't even know why I'm asking. Because if you had, you'd stop treating this like it's some funny joke in a heartbeat. But the comments are even worse because someone under this video said, yeah, the only things Gen Z are afraid of is pregnancy, no Wi-Fi, and filling out for a job application.
Oh my God, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man?
Y'all think you're so hilarious and it pisses me off. If you're so fearless and you don't care about what's going on because you just want your Wi-Fi, why don't we send you to a war zone? You need to leave! And you can swap places with someone who is fearing for their life and they can have your life. Perhaps we do that. That may sound harsh, but some of y'all really need to watch what you're saying and recognize the privilege that you have to be able to say these things. Is it gonna affect my Shein order? I can't believe I share the planet with people like this. I can't believe their vote counts the same as everyone else's. Continuing to order from fast fashion websites, despite knowing the horrific working conditions and the awful impact fast fashion has on the environment, and not caring about the potential devastation of war at the exact same time. Yep. That's Gen Z for you. Despicably selfish. I wanted a summer glow up, not a summer blow up. They say with a reaction meme that has absolutely no relation to what they're saying. Control it, Hayley. Control it. Why are we coming up with comedic taglines? Like, you guys need to be thrown in mental hospitals to learn some empathy, because it's a lost cause for me to try and yell that to you, yell it into you. And when there was finally someone in the comments with some sense saying that there's people dying and that we should be taking that seriously, the person who uploaded this TikTok literally said, it's not even World War, bro. It's literally a normal war with laughing emojis. Okay, firstly, what the fuck is a normal war? Are you people out of your absolute minds? There is no such thing as a normal war. And secondly, you think that just because a majority of people all across the world are currently okay right now, and that only a small group of people are suffering, that it's okay to make jokes? Jesus Christ, you people are absolute sociopaths. What is wrong with you? You guys on TikTok are saying all this absolute nonsense on TikTok, trying to make jokes and be funny, and it's so dystopian because there are people under these same videos saying that they're terrified because their literal mother lives in the affected areas and that they're just praying that God protects her. But no, it's a normal war, so who cares, right? But no, you need humor to cope, right? Oh my God, some of you guys are so pathetic, genuinely. How do you feel comfortable typing all of your little jokes when people are like this, saying that kind of stuff in those comment sections? Quickly, because when these girls made and uploaded this video from Dubai saying that they were stuck in the city due to all airlines cancelling their flights back home to the States due to the airspace being too dangerous for pilots to currently fly through, someone in the comments said, so does this mean Dubai chocolate will finally be cheaper? And I got so agitated immediately that I needed to close the app as soon as I read that comment. Because can you imagine being stuck in a foreign country and not being able to go back home to be with your family because the airspace is too dangerous to travel through due to the current war? Can you imagine being in that exact situation and some dipshit online makes a joke about it from the warmth and the comfort and the safety of their own home? Oh my God, I think I would make it my life's mission to find that person and beat them up. I don't care, because what makes you think that joking like that about someone else's terrifying experience that you don't have to go through is at all an appropriate thing to do? Get real, idiot! Anyways, guys, this is the second video in a row where y'all have worked me up so bad to the point of actual sweating. I need to get changed. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. And to anyone right now who thinks this kind of humor is funny, grow the fuck up. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.